Okay, so the main problem we have with the current data that we have is that we need the details of, first of all, we have one order. It's not many orders here. It's just one that we need to display. And then we don't have the details of each item. We don't have the descriptions and so on. But we already fixed that problem here on the index function, where we did this part here, where we read from the database through the session and we got all the data we needed from rows. So I'm just going to copy all this. Yes, all this here, but I won't be needing this part because this part deals with adding thumbnails, right? So I don't need to do that here. Maybe the subtotal maybe might be useful. I think that's about it. And then data rows is equal to rows here. Okay, so I'm going to copy everything up to this point. So from there, the DB new instance up to data is equal to rows, and then we can delete what we don't need. So let me copy this, come here, get data or something, paste. Okay, so obviously the things I'll remove first are these because I already have those. Instead of rows, it's going to be orders. Should it be orders? Wait a minute. And there's no need to sort these things out anyway, so I'll remove that. And so here what I have is maybe the total here is okay. Subtotal, my total. Okay, so let me remove this image thing here. That is irrelevant. What is this doing? Okay, that's creating a subtotal. Okay, that's okay. I can live with that. And here, yeah, we are getting the orders here, which is nice. Now, instead of saving it as row, I'm just going to save this as order details. So I'm going to say order underscore details like that. And then the order itself is inside the post data. This one, the session post data. Okay, that's where it is. So I'm going to copy that, and right here where it says orders, I'm going to say orders like that, and then put this whole data in there. So it's just one row here of data, but that's okay because it's one order and then some order details in there. All right, so let's see how well that does, and let's see what errors we're going to get. Okay, brave new world there. Let's refresh. So let's try and see, but at least you can see there's something here going on, which is nice. But let's see what problems we have. So the first thing here is undefined variable, undefined array key subtotal on line 134. So let's check that out inside checkout.php controller. So line 134 right here, data subtotal. So because I'm saying plus equals, which assumes that it already exists, so I'm just going to make it exist here, put a 0 to start with, since it's a number anyway. So refresh. Okay, there we go. That one is gone. So what warning are we getting? Attempt to read property ID on a string on line 41. So that's the very first thing there. So let's go to line 41 in the checkout summary. So let's move 41 right here. So order ID. So what's happening here? It's saying I'm attempting to read a property ID on a string. So it's saying order is a string and I'm trying to read that. So how exactly did order become a string? So let me come back here for a second and let's see what's inside orders anyway. So let's go back to the Ajax. Oh, no. Checkout controller right here. And right before we assign orders here, in fact, right here, I want to show what's in here. So let me copy. In fact, I can use that itself. This will help me to see exactly what I'm working with. So refresh. So it is one row, so it's not really an array, it's just a string with all these details. So we can fix that without a problem. So what do? We're going to say orders and then put some brackets there to make it an array, because now we are putting this is an array, but then we are putting an array inside it. Okay, so that should solve our problem for now. In fact, what we can do is convert this into an object. Okay, so what I will say is wait a minute, because if I come back here now, it's going to, let me refresh, it's going to say attempting to read on an array, right? But that's okay. So maybe what it can do is, I'll leave that as it is, get back to the summary here, and then as soon as we read, because this is now an array, but we can easily convert it into an object, so it's not a big deal. The reason I'm doing that is because I was using object notation here and I don't want to go in here and start changing things. So let me just comply with what it needs. So I'll put some PHP tags and just say order is equal to, and just put object like that, and then put order again like that. So that's how you convert it. You convert an array to an object. So let's see what complaints we get now. Okay, so as you can see, we've reduced in number of errors, which is good. So it's saying undefined property ID in here, so there is no ID. Okay, so which is okay because we don't have an order number yet, right? So here we're just going to say we don't have an order number yet. So what we will do is just remove this from the table. So order number out, same thing here, table data, remove the first one. Okay, so what other complaints do we have? Refresh. Let's see here. It's saying what is the issue? Warning, undefined property user. Okay, so I think I missed something here. What did I miss? Table row, table data. Not knowing. Anyway, let me come back to the controller here and do that so that I can see while it's complaining what's available. This shows me what's available in the row. This is what it's complaining about. So first of all, the customer name. So we need to add that customer name here, and then the order date. So order date, we don't really need that here as well. We do need the total. We do need the delivery address, city and state. These are valid things. We don't need to show them who the customer is because they already know their name. So let's come back to the summary again, and I'm going to remove customer as well. Same thing here, a profile, all this will be removed. Ooh, battery low. All right, sorry boys and girls, we're going to continue this in the next video.